is you. Give it all you got. Take your best shot. That's the only way to be GTEDC. Crank it up. Crank it up. Growing, you've been going GTE for such a long time. Long time. The power's gonna go above and beyond in your lifetime. Got to thrill 'em, got to kill 'em, GTE, 'cause now's the right time. Crank it up. Crank it up. And take it to the streets. You know what you got to do. You got to crank it up and put it on the lines. You know all it takes is you. All it takes is to give it all you got. Take your best shot. That's the only way to be GTEDC. Crank it up. Crank it up. Crank it up.
VCR, party live. VCR, party live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR, party live. VCR, party live. Melinda's.
Well, hello. Jingles. Here we are. It's VCR Party Tuesday night, episode 314. I'm Joe. There's Nick. There's George. There's Steve. I'm in the room with 13,000 VHS tapes. We're trying to watch all of them. We're 34%. Is that right, Nick? 34% of the way.
34 this week.
34% of the way there. Fun-filled show here. Lots of laughs, lots of good times, lots of smiles.
Yeah, I hope so. We are pre-recording this because as we speak, we are probably in London on stage or somewhere around there. We're in the UK this week, so we pre-taped this from home before getting on a plane. And I had to make amends because a few weeks ago, I think, Joe, you showed Georgia State Corrections.
Yeah.
That video about prisons in Georgia. And I made a joke about how it was like parts of Georgia were, way behind. I don't know what the joke was. Something disparaging about Georgia. But they've saved democracy for us twice, and I'm here to make amends to Georgia by picking the best jingle from the great state of Georgia. So that's the main task for today's show.
Nick, it's called Apology Corner, and we have a graphic for it. So let me just dig in here.
That's all right.
No, I got it. It's coming up. It's coming up here. Yeah, it's not called amends. It's called apologies.
Let me apologize later once we get to it.
Apologies. In my head that Fred was dead.
Apologies.
No. He's alive and well and still producing videos.
Apology Corner.
He directed Gremlins 2, the new batch, but not the first one.
Yep, there we go. All right, now it's official. Now you can apologize. What were you saying?
Sorry, Georgia. Let's get into a found footage festival classic, shall we?
There we go.
Thank you, Steve.
What are we?
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Okay. All right. What are we gonna? Oh, I got this one. So this is Miss ATV.
Bring
so
back
this
Apology Corner.
I can play it again. I'm happy.
No.
Oh, they are more than. What are we?
Love those drops.
I have a new drop for you today, Steve, that I'm going to give to you. I'm going to play the clip first. It's further down the road here, but the Found Footage Festival Classic is one of the few tapes that we have from England. It's this beauty pageant called Miss ATV. I don't know what ATV stands for. Do you, Nick?
It was the name of the TV network in that region where this aired.
Okay, there we go. And they went with, it was 1978, they went with a space theme. We featured this, I think, in volume 9 of the show. And it's really good. They have like this like robot that is supposed to be like, I guess, their C-3PO. It's just a very shitty C-3PO. And he's kind of the liaison for the women. Like, he helps them out. And he saves the day at one point. But here are the highlights from Miss ATV. There's the
cross between
The
C-3PO and
shape of
R2-D2.
things to come. There they are. Let's start with evening wear.
It's a really tedious pageant.
He takes off their capes.
Yeah, that's what he's there for. He has robotic-like movements.
Okay, so you got it.
And we find out which is the winner and the two runners-up in this, I believe, 7th Miss ATV.
I like that he's like, in this, I believe, 7th.
But who's counting?
He's not sure. He's hoping for the best with that one. I believe 7th. Let's go with 7th.
Let me ask the robot.
The robot should be hosting this, actually.
Affirmative. Back to you.
All right, here's the action.
Contest. Let's have a look at those girls once more.
Hot lights, elevated stage.
Bottom right.
That was a wicked googly.
Very nerve-wracking, this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It was okay.
He
You
was
guys
saying,
ever-
"What are we?" in British.
Oh, that's how you say, what are we in British? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever passed out in public before?
Yes.
You have?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Multiple.
George, I believe, told the story before. It's
Yes.
because he refused to poop at a way.
That was one of the stories.
What happened?
He
Or
couldn't
Steve,
go.
Steve, you tell it. Steve, you tell it.
George was at his friend's house and he had to poop. This is when he was probably in his 30s. And no, it was when he was younger. And left, tried to get back to his house, couldn't do it, and then basically sat down on the side of the road and passed out. And then when he got up, he didn't have to poop, and he didn't poop. Got home, then finally.
You probably pooped your pants, and you're leaving that part out of the story. I don't remember the story at all.
That was like so. Not one sentence was accurate, but it was close enough. You can see how legends are born.
Yeah.
I was at my girlfriend's. I was trying to get back, and I just passed flat out. And
Did you have to go number 2?
I did, but I threw up and then passed out in public.
I do remember the throw
And
up.
my
I should have
shoes
brought
were
that up.
not my shoes were not entirely on because I was rushing back, but it made me go so much slower.
Is it?
Oh,
Did you
right.
pass out and throw up because you had to poop so bad?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yep.
For
your
real?
body just
And
shut
the thing-
down.
That was the thing that I was amazed by was that when I woke up, I'm like, I I still had to go. I had not shat myself.
Did you tell your
Wow.
girlfriend at the time that you had to go number 2? Probably
I think
not.
she
Oh,
probably
shit.
had figured it out because I have never used her bathroom. I'd never.
Is
Great
that why
story.
you're rushing home? Is because you wanted to go number 2 at your own house and not at
Yes.
her place?
Correct?
Okay,
Yeah,
and then you
we were
threw
together
up.
for 11
Consider the
years. And we're
story
still
right.
like this. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you threw up because of it? Did you throw up poop?
No, it doesn't work that way. Maybe Bob Hedges can send a model.
Yeah, maybe there's a
I'm
book
I'm
out
sure
there.
you will.
Maybe there's a book out there on Amazon somewhere.
No, but you were thinking of the story where I passed out during a wedding because it was so hot and it was the middle of summer. It was my cousin's wedding. I passed
Okay.
out.
Was it-
near the altar? Yeah.
Was it embarrassing?
I thought I was going to die. I don't remember anything about being embarrassed.
Did you ruin the wedding?
I mean, they didn't stay together, but but that was like 15
I
years.
don't know. Some of that's on you.
I'm tired of you
Um,
bringing this up all the time. I'm leaving
well,
you.
I feel like, George, you just need like a cyborg android to follow you around to help you next time you feel lightheaded.
Or to just do the things that I normally do.
Sure.
Like a
Yeah.
shitting
Too.
robot.
Yeah.
Steve, are you selling out? Because I'm sure a sponsor wants to come
Yes.
on board after stories like that.
And not only that, this is a repeat sponsor. So we are selling out once again to Catheter Press. Thank you to them for their continued support. They're selling out for 2 of their magazines. Perhaps is a fun and meaningful young adult comics magazine full of work by award-winning artists, which is sure to make readers of any age laugh and think. And Winter's End, their other comic magazine, is for adults, overflowing with original and exciting work that you won't find anywhere else. Both magazines are brought to you by the Catheter Cooperative, formerly Catheter Press, an entirely employee-owned and directed comics publisher. Best of all, both Perhaps and Winter's End are pay what you can. That means you can start reading right now for as little as $3 Canadian. That's $2.23 US. For gosh sakes, check them out at catheterpress.org/subscribe to get yourself all this juicy comics content literally right now.
Great read, Steve.
It was, I would say,
You got to know my
B
big takeaway
minus.
as I was reading this was, I was like, I think I called them Catheter Press the entire time of the setup, and then got here formerly Catheter Press, now Catheter Cooperative.
They
So
changed
I
it.
screwed up right
Okay.
from the start. Moral story.
okay.
But the
well,
fonts, these are beautiful fonts. I
They
But
love
I
it.
feel, like
are.
I feel like that's what they want. They want Steve to screw it up. And in fact, anybody who sells out going forward, write really difficult copy going forward.
Convoluted.
That just
By the
makes
way,
it
so
way
they had
more
a much
fun.
they had a much longer one, and they shortened it down because they saw after my first read, they're like, he can't handle all that.
2 sentences
Which-
tops.
I
And you
was
still got a
very,
B
very-
minus.
I
Yeah.
was very, very appreciative. It was much better than I think than the first time through, and you
Yeah.
are going to
So-
get what you get from me.
Is it a print thing or is it an online digital comic? Do you know?
I believe it's online digital. I know
Okay.
they've actually sent me 2 versions online digital. I don't know if you can get it print as well, but I know
Okay.
you can definitely get it
Because
online.
it looks like hand drawn stuff. It doesn't look like digital art.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I think it's all. I shouldn't say. I think it's different. I think every artist, that they bring in, like it's different styles. So it's not like even in each episode, each magazine, it's different stories. So it's not all
Oh,
just
okay.
one story.
All right.
Cool. I like it. I like the idea
Thanks for
a lot.
sponsoring.
And I'm
Yeah,
gonna check it
they're
out.
awesome. And I love that it's employee owned and directed. So I think that's really cool. So please support the Melindas that support us.
All
But
right,
back
let's
to
do
my
it.
bowel movements.
Yes.
Oh.
No, let's get back.
Tell me what it was like to vomit up feces, though, George. I'm curious about that.
I was surprised.
Hey, I got a new corner. Well, it's not a new corner. I have a new graphic for a new corner that I'm going to unleash on you right now. And here it is. That Fred was dead. Oops, wait. Oops, sorry. Wrong
Don't
one.
need that one.
What are
Don't
we?
need that.
Appropriate.
Here's the new corner. Reenactment corner.
Great.
Okay, so we got this. Okay, so I love reenactments. We have lots of reenactment videos. I played that Georgia Correctional ones that Nick apologized for earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And this one came in. This is like a heavy one. It's not really a funny video, and it's well acted. And they're really taking these actors to the limit. It's called Anesthetic Catastrophe, and it's a training video for anesthesiologists when things go bad.
Ooh.
How to talk to the family, how to do the investigation, how to do all that stuff. And it almost feels like an episode of like General Hospital, though. It's so serious. And so I don't know, I cut it down. It's not exactly hilarious, but it's definitely a reenactment, and I think it's worth watching.
Oh boy.
Okay. Great setup. Let's get into it.
What are we?
Can we go
Okay,
back
here
to
we
poop stories?
here we go.
I'm Dr. Jan Davis, and the goal of this video is to describe what should be done.
I think she's like if Daria all grown up. Isn't she Daria all grown up?
It was Hope Davis in the movie about Harvey Picar.
American Splendor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Mrs. Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies, but
okay, we all have one. Steve, what do you got?
Together, they.
Steve,
I'm going to go with the Beverly Hillbillies. That's all I can see.
You can't. No, Nick already said that one.
Yeah. No, it's just that's what I went with.
Okay. Well, we can wait until you get one. No.
We'll be waiting.
Think about it. Think about
Steve, just say Martha.
Nice use of the drop.
Show's just Dadaist art at this point. It's not even entertainment. I mean, we stopped doing that a long time ago.
It's only gonna get worse with these drops too. All right, where was Daria? Here we go.
Video is to describe what should be done after an anesthetic catastrophe.
Hi, welcome to town. Oh, what's the matter? Is there a problem?
Yes, something dreadful has just happened. A patient of mine has just died on the table.
Which one was it? Not Sonia.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
So Sonia died.
I
And
thought he was going to say, which one was it? I said, the table over there.
all right, so now it's investigation time. They bring in an investigator. This is still a reenactment. This whole thing's a reenactment. They tell the story. And they have an analogy here.
We should reenact the filming of this.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Look, it's like playing golf. Sometimes you don't hit the ball well. Perhaps it's you, your training, or experience. Perhaps it's a defect in that new club you bought.
Whoa.
Or maybe the wind caught your ball. The sand traps and the hazards are the latent factors. They're designed into the system. If you've played the course before, then you might have learned how to play around them.
That's a very helpful analogy. Now I really understand these concepts.
That's a very helpful analogy.
How
So
people
there you go.
talk.
Yeah, I like that they put it in golf terms for the doctor.
Yeah,
like with
that's
the
how it's
animation out of like Lynx, the game from like an MS-DOS.
Yeah.
The early golf game.
Steve, if you go into your drop section at the top, I have one called Helpful Analogy. I think whenever like one of us uses an analogy, you can try this one out. Do you see a helpful analogy? Why don't you play
That's a very helpful analogy.
That's good.
I'm all for it.
When you describe something as only playing Sports Center highlights instead of the whole game, I feel
Right.
you could use that. Okay.
That's a very helpful analogy.
Okay.
Okay.
Analogy.
Let's.
Analogy
I have one single flying window to show today, so let's get into that intro. Our viewer Wayne counts every flying window we've ever shown. Sometimes you just got to give her a breather. Sometimes you just got to be like, look, there's only one in here.
Take the day off.
Take the day off. And that was the case. But I'm playing this because on Saturday morning cartoons this Saturday, I was cutting clips together from the USA Cartoon Express for the Hair Bear Bunch. And, they have commercial breaks that would advertise mostly kids' things and But there was a weird ad during one of the commercial breaks, and it had one flying window at the end. So imagine you're watching the Hair Bear Bunch, Huckleberry Hound, maybe Grape Ape on the USA Cartoon Express, and this ad comes on.
July is a month of celebration on the Playboy channel, starting with the specials.
Take a trip down south to Florida with Playmates Lynn Austin and Donna Edmondson for a tan. Some great sightseeing and a whole lot of fun on spring break madness.
On Catheter's special report, Laws and Flaws, find out how heated passion in the bedroom is turning into heated debate in the courtrooms.
The San Francisco court said that the government does have the right to invade the privacy of the bedroom to ensure the public's health.
And then cartoons were never like this. On Flicker's, a hot animation special.
On the Playboy Originals, enjoy candid questions and frank answers on Playboy interviews James Caan.
I don't care what anybody does. If they're happy, God bless them. I really believe that. But don't push your garbage on me.
Then let fantasies take you into the world of erotic enticements.
Join Playboy Video Magazine for the 35th anniversary Playmate Search, a tribute to the legendary Marilyn Monroe and the Playmate of the Month, Emily Arth.
The celebration continues all month long with specials and originals only on Playboy.
Wow.
There it is.
There it is. It was well worth the wait.
I just remember hearing about the Playboy channel like in the early days of cable and just being like, what tantalizing delights await on that. Can you only imagine if somehow you could like be at a friend's house who had that, and then it's like a James Caan interview. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
You could watch you could watch Sex Test. What's it called?
Sexcetera?
Sexcetera.
Yeah.
As often as you wanted, whenever you wanted, you could just tune in.
Can you imagine?
But you could read about it in the My Local TV Guide had the listings.
listings?
So I would just read the listings. I remember there was a show called Electric Blues Topless Tavern. And I'm like reading it as though I'm in. And I do remember once somebody slept over and we saw that there was a show called The Naked City that was on in the middle of the night, not realizing it was a 50s cop show about New York.
Right, about New York.
I remember sneaking downstairs and getting on the tiny TV and like
Yeah.
trying to like tune that in.
That's what I had to do.
Very hot.
Did you have the squiggly channels that you could occasionally like make out like a naked person every so often?
No, not until we got cable when I was in college, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Channel 99, the Spice Channel.
The
of
Happy
course.
Nines, we called them. Yeah.
But it's fun to revisit that ad that somehow aired during the cartoon block on USA. Well, let's get into these state jingles by way of apology.
State, Commonwealth, Commonwealth, state, Commonwealth, Commonwealth, state, jingles.
Some states are underwhelming when it comes to jingles. Not Georgia. There was a ton of great ones. I have to disqualify one though, and this is we've played some of this before, but it's Donna and the Wolfman. You remember these ads for a furniture store called Gallery Furniture?
Yes. Yes, I think Chase Mitchell episode, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, because he's from Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're great ads. There's a ton of them from the early '80s. I pulled one of them just as an honorable mention. No jingle. It just seems that's like Bargain Bernie, where there should have been a jingle, but there wasn't. So,
Are they still around? Because maybe we could do another jingle contest and then actually present it to them.
the Wolfman is no longer around, but maybe the store is still.
What's it called? What's the store called?
Gallery Furniture.
Okay.
Well, there needs to be a separate firmament for the tournament of furniture stores.
Oh, a firmament.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I like this, George.
Yeah.
This has legs.
All right.
So does a end table.
A table, yeah.
All right, here's the Wolfman.
Man, here, you've got to see the price to believe in it. Gallery Furniture.
Hey, Wolfman, where's Donna now?
I'm in New York City, but I'll be back soon. Miss you.
Well, Donna's gone. I'm dealing. Like this. Floor lamp, $19. Recliners, $88. Headboard, twin, full, or queen, $20. Four-drawer chest, $39.
Seems like
That's
it's building
Gallery
up.
Furniture, 2511 Roosevelt Highway in College Park, and 1600 Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. And hey, ask for the Wolfman.
They're still around. Yeah,
Oh,
I just
yeah?
looked it up. They're still around. Yeah.
Where's Donna now?
I don't know where Donna is, but the website is still askforthewolfman.com.
Wow.
And it takes you to their
He's
website.
buried there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do a furniture jingle
Like we did for Jim's
tournament,
Coins, and then we send it to them.
and then we'll send it to them, and maybe they'll include it in the commercial, and then
Yeah.
take it out of the hellhole.
Well, our job today, though, is to pick the best jingle, the one that should represent the state of Georgia. So I picked some from all over the state, and we'll see what you think. The first one, it's a toe tapper. It's Terry Cullen Chevrolet, which I believe is still around. And I just done a lot of internet searching. I found that people mention this jingle quite a bit. So here's Terry Cullen Chevrolet.
His name is Terry Cullen. He's a man who can put you in a truck. If you want a new Chevy Silverado, then partner, you're in luck. His name is Terry Cullen. Oh, he's the Silverado king, and selling trucks is his thing. Terry Cullen Chevrolet.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Strong
like
start, Western flair, makes sense for selling big trucks. So, but from the same place, from Atlanta, the Journal-Constitution, the state newspaper of Georgia, had an early '80s advertisement that I found, and I thought the song was great. It's very serious, but I think it works for the news.
Business. Every day in the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. Because on your way up the ladder, it's nice to have a little help. New ideas, new solutions. It's the Journal and Constitution. Help yourself.
Quick.
I like that one. Can we hear it one more time? Just, I was watching the cat the whole time. I wasn't really paying attention.
George, you had a question?
No, just it's. I wouldn't tap my toe to it, but it is a lovely.
This isn't a toe tapping tournament.
This isn't a toe tapping tournament. We're not here to decide that. We're just what is Atlanta's.
Thank you for keeping me on the straight and narrow.
Ideas, new solutions. It's the Journal and Constitution. Help yourself.
Yeah, it's
Simple.
pretty. It's pretty.
Simple, beautiful. Yep. And there was a cat in the commercial. This one, so those two originated in Atlanta. This is from Savannah, and Savannah I found to be a hotbed of catchy jingles. This is for a Believe-It jewelry company called Siegel.
Believe-It?
Huh?
A Believe-It? What'd you say?
I said I believe.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say beloved and you flubbed.
No.
Damn it.
It's Siegel and Sons that I believe is a jewelry company. So take a look.
You got it. Siegel and you. Siegel, you got it. You outshine the rest. Siegel and you. Yeah, you outshine the rest. You got a flair about you. A touch of sparkle too. When only the best will do. When the way you feel comes shining through. It's Siegel and you. Siegel and Sons. Where quality costs less. Yeah.
That had everything: naked women and a French horn.
Yeah, the French horn. I was not expecting that.
That was exciting when that came in. Yeah. And did they have a line called "A Touch of Sparkle"?
I think they did talk about a touch of sparkle, and then it ends with like how I would end it and go just yeah. So let's play the end of that again.
It's Siegel and you. Siegel and Sons. Where quality costs less. Yeah.
Yeah, good ending. And they're doing all the poses that you do in your senior pictures, where you're like, that, and then you're like sitting in weird ways, like
to show off pearls.
Yep.
So Siegel and Sons from Savannah. Cablevision has perhaps the shortest jingle I'm going to show you. This is a commercial from Savannah for a local cable company. You got to wait for the jingle at the end, but I think it packs a punch.
Cable TV makes sense to me. Sure, you pay a little for cable, but where else can you get exclusive sports events, movies, comedy shows, and more? Where else can you see live NFL Sunday Night Football and inside the NFL? Where else can you see the best in classic films? And where else can you see fine Hollywood fare now in stereo on HBO, Showtime, and Cinemax? See what I mean? Right now, you can get Cablevision connected for only $4.95. Call today and see why Cablevision is...
Television that makes sense. Television that makes sense. Television that makes sense.
All right, I repeated it because it was that short, but I just thought the best jingles by Menon is just, two
Yeah, those are known
words.
as by Menons. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought for by men, and that one made sense.
Yeah, these are. So what? You're about halfway through. These are all good. I'm just not finding a real standout yet.
Wow.
You guys have any standouts so far?
Right now, Terry Collins leading the league for me.
Yeah,
Terry Collins. What was the Jim Belushi movie that they showed? Was that?
Oh, is that
last night?
He's wearing a baseball jersey.
Oh, is that the?
Somebody in the chat probably has
Yeah.
already shouted it out. Well, look it up because I want to rewatch that.
Has
Gotta
he
catch
made
up.
about
any
last
good
night, right?
movies?
About last night?
Yeah, pretty sure it is.
Okay. Has he made any good movies? George, come on. Talking about Jim Belushi here. All right, we're staying in Savannah. This is for Oglethorpe Mall. Oglethorpe Mall. Again, it's pretty short, but I thought it was...
malls always have good jingles, too. Yeah,
Yep.
malls are... Yeah, there should be a complex... Maybe we could have a mall off. All the best mall jingles.
It's not bad.
Write it down.
Yeah, a mallathon.
Yeah.
Steve, I know this will bring you back to where you first French kissed. I know it wasn't in Georgia, but it was a mall.
Mayfair Mall.
It's the great event, the 14th anniversary sale of Oglethorpe Mall.
Bleak. Exciting. Colors. Styles. Swirling you, swirling you. A spectacular fall season from the elegance.
One beautiful place, Oglethorpe Mall. One beautiful place, Oglethorpe Mall.
Okay,
It's pretty.
Oglethorpe Mall. One
very pretty.
beautiful place.
What was the song during the main part? That's like a known. Is that like a?
Yeah, it's like a classical song.
Yeah. Okay.
Do, 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 do.
Play classical gas. All right.
Okay, this next one is a more modern one. It's for Kaminsky Jewelers from Marietta. I think somebody sent this one in because it gets played a lot. I gotta just tell you up front, I'm not a big fan of this, but I guess it gets in people's heads. It plays on the radio as well, and it's at the end of this ad.
Carol Kaminsky here. Do you need money? At Kaminsky Jewelry, we are paying top dollar for gold, platinum, and diamonds right now at the corner of Sandy Plains and Post Oak Tritt Road.
If you want ski, good price ski, come in and see Kaminsky.
Okay, that's it. That's the winner.
What?
Hands down. Hands down. And why didn't you
inane?
why didn't you replay that like 5 times in a row too? That should
Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan. But yeah, this gets in people's heads, so I'll play it one more time.
Number one
Post Oak
ring.
Tritt Road.
If you want ski, good price ski, come in and see Kaminsky.
We got a winner. We got a winner.
The drums are insane on that too.
Every part of that's insane.
If you want ski, good price ski, come in and see Kaminsky.
It writes
Yeah.
itself.
All right, I'm not gonna play favorites, although I already have. Somebody posted that they, from Augusta, that they remembered a jingle with a monkey driving a car for
I'm
Master
listening.
Fabricators. And then they said, I finally found it on a VHS tape, but they don't have the technology we do to import it, so they just recorded it off TV on their phone. So that's
It's
what we're
that
gonna
important.
watch.
This
But
is important.
It's
Yeah.
that important. I did think it was worth including for that reason, because apparently a lot of Georgians, this is stuck in their heads.
Shake, rattle, and roll. It could be a drive shaft problem. Master Fabricators will check your drive shaft at no charge. If repair is necessary, they have a complete line of drive shafts and parts on hand.
You'll always get the drive shaft at Master Fabricators.
Stop in Master Fabricators today on Arthur Road, just off Laney Walker.
It's a
pretty
great
good.
Jan Terry song.
You'll always get the shaft at Master Fabricators. I thought that was worth showing.
I thought the song was really good, but I thought the cinematography outshined it. I thought that was fantastic cinematography. I don't know how they
we'll
got that
digitize
shot.
the tape. If whoever uploaded that, if you want to send us the tape, we will digitize it. We'll clean it up. We'll remaster it in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
I saved my personal favorite for the last, and it's because it's, first of all, it's for a pest control company, and this is one that airs all the time on terrestrial radio. And in my experience, those are the jingles that stick in my head more than even TV commercials are radio jingles. Like, I still remember all the ones from my hometown, and so this one, there's a version of it online that just has the logo up, but I don't think it's a TV commercial. I think it's radio, but it's so good, and I think would represent the state of Georgia well. So it's for Cook's Pest Control. This was sent in by Michael. He emailed this, I don't know, years ago, but here it is finally. Cook Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
That's it.
That's pretty good. I feel like I've heard that. Sounds really familiar. One more time.
Okay, here it is. One more time.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, it's very Otis, too.
Yeah,
I think it has an Otis vibe to it.
A lot of good production value. So to recap, we have Terry Cullen Chevrolet, the Western Song, the Journal-Constitution, Siegel and Sons, Cablevision.
What was Siegel and Sons?
Siegel and Sons was the serious one with naked ladies. It goes like this.
Oh, yeah.
Siegel, you got it.
Yeah.
You outshine the rest.
I like the commercial more than the song. Yeah.
Yep.
I take notes. I wrote no thanks to that one.
So then Cablevision, just a short one, Oglethorpe Mall, Kaminsky Jewelers, Master Fabricators, and then Cook's Pest Control. Where's everybody leaning?
Kaminsky is my number one. I also like Cook's Pest Control a lot. That's everything I look for in a jingle. But Kaminsky, beyond the song and the lyrics, we all know those are great. Yeah. But I think what the state jingles is all about is having a person out in a parking lot telling you to come on down. And
that's Kaminsky herself.
And Kaminsky did just that. So I like everything. I like the way it was produced. I like the song. I like the lyrics. I like it all.
If it was state commercial, I might agree with you, but state jingles, I wrote Fadsky was my note for that one. No thank you.
Fadsky?
Fadsky. It's like a
a fad.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Wait, it was a fad? What's the fad?
Yeah. They're trying to get you to they're doing the name and they're trying to make it off of it to try to.
You think it's like a gimmick?
Yeah.
That's what business is all about.
Yeah. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah.
Well, what's
it does.
What's your pick, Steve? Let's.
I'm going with Cook's Pest Control, narrowly beating out Terry Cullen.
Okay, and George, where do you stand?
I will say this: since you played Cooks, all I'm thinking is looky, looky, looky. Here comes Cookie.
Same here. I woke up with it.
Kaminsky, just it's so meta. It's making fun of jingles as it is a sincere attempt at a jingle.
I see.
Those two are.
I don't think
you think Kaminsky is making fun? No, I don't think that they're like. No, I don't think so. You think they're making fun of jingles?
I mean, in the way that, yes. I mean, I can't say yes. It sounds like how are we going to write a jingle, and then like what rhymes with Kaminsky, and then I don't know. Like you can see the sitcom version of them writing that jingle.
It kind of has the Jim's Coins feel too. That Jim's Coins is just people going Jim's Coins at Hilldale. There's no backing track, and this just has a bunch of like jazz drums, and if you want ski, good price ski.
Can we hear it one more time?
Call Kaminsky.
Yeah, I'll hear it one more time.
Looky. I can't get it out of my head. I'm
Steve,
ruined.
you don't like it because it's a gimmick? That's a really
At
good
Kaminsky
reason.
Jewelry, we are paying top dollar for gold, platinum, and diamonds right now at the corner of Sandy Plains and Post Oak Tritt Road.
If you want ski, good price ski, come in and see Kaminsky.
Brilliant.
At all.
All right. Well, I think we're going to be divided. I'm going with Cooks. That's my pick, but it's not up to us. As always, we leave it to you, our loyal viewers, to vote. You don't have to be a patron to vote, but go to patreon.com/Found Footage Festival. I'll put a clip for everybody to refresh their memories, and we'll announce in 2 weeks who wins the Georgia State Jingle. And I think that Judah might even have a state flag ready for us by then to unveil.
Steve, who did you vote for now? Who's your number one? Cooks, and then George, you're Cooks too.
No, I said I'm going with Kaminsky, but Cooks is really cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with Cooks.
I won't be sad if Cooks.
2 Cooks, 2 Kaminskis. All right.
All right, let's play the outro for State Jingles.
State, Commonwealth, state, Commonwealth, state, Jingles.
You know, doing these state jingles is a lot like the Super Bowl, in that
Interesting analogy.
yeah, and it's a really, it reminds me of the Super Bowl because there's a competition involved.
It's not a simile. It's an analogy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Someone moved the drop from where it is.
Oh, okay.
Find the
That's
simile.
a very helpful analogy.
There we go.
Okay.
All
there
right.
it is.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what's the
Seamless.
first day of the new drop? We gotta break it in.
Mm-hmm.
George, do you have a special segment for us today?
I mean, if only somebody had an intro.
It's a
What is it? It's 250 pounds of lovable trouble named George. George, will you get out of my bed and go downstairs? It's George by George. You'll want to bring the whole family to see George.
Love that picture. The
150 pounds.
So I've been doing a lot of thinking about Heraldo since last week when we watched the emergency broadcast system, and it came out of that into a Heraldo bumper. So here are some. Let's see. I cut together a bunch of promos because this is a segment that I'm calling Heraldo Mania, and you'll see why soon.
Heraldo
comes to Coin TV September 7th.
So that was before everything went crazy. He's starting on Coin, of course.
From crazy obsessions to sexy confessions. Look out, David Letterman. It's Heraldo's Top 10. Next, Heraldo.
Great analogy. But here's just like all the promos of him announcing what the topic of the day is going to be.
Grandmothers who take care of their babies' babies. Next, Heraldo.
Women manipulated by powerful men. Next, Heraldo.
Celebrity addictions exposed. Next, Heraldo. Biker chicks on the next Heraldo.
My secret fantasy is out of control. Next, Heraldo.
When fame and fortune brings too much too soon. Next, Heraldo.
Wild and crazy DJs on the next Heraldo.
Ex-wives tell all. Next, Heraldo.
Husbands who refuse sex to their wives. Monday on Heraldo.
Corporate call girls on the next Heraldo. Diet junkies on the next Heraldo.
Female vigilantes. Granny's got a gun. Next, Heraldo. Family.
Okay, so then, but he also did a few like specials. I'm not talking about the what we all know, the vault thing. There was that, but
Al Capone.
Here's some others.
Families of murder victims finally get the chance to confront their killers on Murder, live from death row.
Plus a rare interview with Charles Manson. Wednesday night at 7 on Channel 9.
So this is all, you remember Wayne Gale from Natural Born Killers, played by Robert Downey Jr. Clearly based on Heraldo.
I haven't seen that movie in 25 years.
I know Hector Ramirez from the
Yes,
Inhumanoids,
okay.
but yeah.
But then there was this special.
Devil Worship, an extraordinary primetime special exploring Satan's underground, hosted by Heraldo Rivera.
And here's one of the commercials for that. Bumpers.
Parents, warning signs that might indicate a child's drift toward Satanism include abrupt emotional changes, changes in school habits, rejection of parental values,
or every teenager ever.
Unusual interest in books on Satanism, black magic, or witchcraft, obsession with rock music groups using satanic symbols or references, rejection of friends, preference for being alone, meditation, chanting, use of new vocabulary.
Calling yourself Dark Lord Blood.
But the new vocabulary, I mean, that's just every English teacher's nightmare is that their
language
students,
changes.
Yes.
I kind of think George might be after reading that. Like, he might be a devil worshiper. A little worried.
Yeah, there are a couple of bullet points that was like pointing to George.
But in '88 he was attacked, as everybody again knows, hit with a chair. His nose was broken.
Oh yeah.
What's weird is NBC really leaned into it in what they called Heraldo Mania. He appeared on a lot of primetime shows.
Heraldo Rivera in the role he was born to play. A talk show host whose tell-all book tells too much.
Isn't it funny how art imitates life?
Only this time, he gets killed for it.
Killed for it? You mean I die? Wait a minute. Can we talk about this?
An all-new Perry Mason mystery movie. NBC Tuesday at 8, 7 Central.
If anyone can find my killer, Perry can.
Tonight, the toughest man on television digs for empty nests, dirty secrets. He broke my nose! Now, he's rushed to the nurses, where he's just another patient.
I'm the king of daytime television. Hold that damn elevator.
You'll call it exciting.
I call it Heraldo mania.
Heraldo Mania on Empty Nest and Nurses.
Oh, a double header, Empty Nest and Nurses. Wow.
That you could have a whole primetime evening filled with Heraldo.
Oh, man.
Nick and I went on a big kick, I think, like right out of high school, where we watched Nurses like every single night. Do you remember the guy's name, the actor's name from
no, I don't.
Kip Gilman.
Kip Gilman.
Yep.
that's right. Yeah, he was
We
the
memorized
lead.
all the cast, and we didn't have a lot going on, but
Still don't. Great segment, George. I want more Heraldo mania.
With love from George.
Okay.
What are we?
Sorry, I thought that was the end of the.
I thought it was. It was.
I didn't know you were going into more.
But yeah, we did. What was it? The Herculoids, where they had their Heraldo guy. Even cartoons were doing Heraldo.
Yeah, G.I.
stuff.
Joe, Hector Ramirez, I think.
Oh, is that what it was?
G.I. Joe,
Yeah.
Transformers, Gem, and Inhumanoids, because they were all produced by Marvel Sunbow, I think.
Okay.
And our former guest Neil Ross did 3 of the 4, and Welker did the 4th.
Oh, played
Fun
the
fact.
Heraldo knockoff.
There we go.
All right.
Hey, I want to show. So I showed that filth device that was sent. I found out what it actually is. It was Bob Hedges who sent it. I'm going to. So what this actually is. This is nice. This is part of Nice Things. Do we need the graphic for Nice Things? We don't need it.
We don't need it, but we're getting it.
Why not?
I liked it.
Well, you brought it up. It's 4 seconds. Let's do it.
Can I show it though? Because I showed it for a second last night. Did YouTube yell at us?
It didn't get taken down, but it just takes one person complaining, so I would be sparing with it.
Okay. Well, what this actually is a catheter training device. So it's like teaching you how to put the catheter into the wiener hole. And so if I could show it to you, the wiener hole is like, it's actually pretty accurate to the actual size of the wiener hole.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I think just don't linger on it.
Okay. Yeah. How about if I just put the hole up?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah. Oh,
Are you
okay.
able to-
It's pretty
yeah.
gigantic to me.
Yeah. So then I thought, yeah, it's actually a pretty big wiener hole, like bigger than normal, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it didn't come with a catheter. So I thought that this would be the
That's
catheter.
what I thought too.
Yeah, that's how you let the.
But
yeah.
this goes into the stomach. I don't know what the.
You
it
could
didn't
use
come
it
with
like a bendy
instructions.
straw.
Yeah. It came with a serial number. So anyway, I just wanted to show this as an update for
Okay.
Nice Things. So
Good.
Use that as a
People were
drink
wondering.
stand.
yeah, and it has this nice handle here too that you can just you can carry it around.
By the dink?
Very nice. Yeah. So it's
Nice thing to
it's
say.
when you're on the go, you know. You can-
Yeah, that is a nice thing. We are on tour, like we said. We're in England this week, so come see us if you happen to be watching this in London, Bristol, Manchester, Leeds, or Nottingham. But then, looky, we're in Toronto. We're in Hamtramck, Michigan. I think that's how you say it. Nashville, Kansas City, Petersburg, Illinois, at the venue of a viewer, right?
At the what?
A venue of a viewer. They own it.
Yeah.
Is that
The
right?
Melinda
Okay.
owns that one. Yeah.
All right.
Yep, that's gonna be a cool one. We just added. I just got the email just now for Buffalo, so we're gonna do Buffalo
Oh,
right
nice.
before Toronto.
Oh,
So,
okay. Great. All right.
so
Excited to go
it'll-
back. We haven't
it'll-
been back to Buffalo in like 15 years. So.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. So I love that city though.
All right. What's coming up on After Party?
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Tomorrow night, tune in because we're going to have the first annual cough off. Finally, we're going to take all. I was thinking about calling it the throat tapping tournament, the throat tap, because it's all throat issues. It's like people in videos who have either coughs, sneezes, raspy voices, hiccups, clearing their throats, like doing some of those. Sure. I'm a big fan of all those things. So we're each going to take a different throat problem haver, and then we're going to have them go throat to throat to see who is going to be the winner. So,
throat to throat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else going on? I think
Saturday. We're doing.
Well, yeah, I mentioned we're doing Hair Bear Bunch up top.
Yeah.
So
okay.
yeah, tune in for that. My sister's joining us because that's a show we actually watched on the USA Cartoon Express, and the reason we subscribed to the Playboy channel too was because of that. Yeah. So I think even though this wasn't a contender for most people, I kind of want to go out on Terry Cullen Chevrolet. I feel like that'd be a good rousing jingle to get out on.
That Terry Cullen one. That Terry Cullen one. It's like you could say it's like a cherry on top, is the way that I would put it.
That's a very helpful analogy.
There we go. You got it, Steve. You did it.
All right.
You nailed it.
That's why we have these rehearsals. So, all right. Are we ready to start the real show? Should we get going on that? Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So until tomorrow night, an after party for the cough off, we'll be right back right after that.
If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Check out the Gaita Collective, and my nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
Fridnob.
His name is Terry Cullen. He's a man who can put you in a truck. If you want a new Chevy Silverado, then partner, you're in luck. His name is Terry Cullen. Oh, he's the Silverado King, and selling trucks is his thing. Terry Cullen Chevrolet.
When we return, Dr. Selmer will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That had it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Sure, Yodel.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell.
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Thank you very much for being here, and God bless you very much.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.